By the end of this month, the Red Dead Redemption 2 Online mode will finally become available. At this point, we don't really know a whole lot about it, besides a few vague details released by Rockstar and many so-called leaks that could easily be completely fake. I've got to say though, despite the lack of concrete info on the online mode, I am still very excited to see what it brings to the table. However, my biggest fear regarding Red Dead 2 Online is it being way too similar to the way GTA Online operated. I played and enjoyed GTA Online for years, and for a long time it was pretty much the only thing that I played. But I'm sure most people can agree that we aren't looking for a GTA Online 2 here. I'm sure there's a million videos explaining exactly what went wrong with GTA Online, so I won't get into the specifics of that too much in this video, but some comparisons definitely need to be drawn considering Red Dead 2 Online is going to be Rockstar's second major multiplayer experience. Now, as the title suggests, I firmly believe that the potential of Red Dead 2 Online is insane. The amount of possibilities for this game as a multiplayer experience excites me. The detail of the open world, the advancements made to AI, hunting, crafting, fishing, gambling, robbing, if all of these things are made to work dynamically in a lobby of other players, then we could be in for something far better than GTA Online. And for a long time, I really loved GTA Online. See, if Rockstar really plays to their strengths here and keeps things a lot more grounded, literally, then I think Red Dead Redemption 2 Online could be amazing. Now, that could of course be blind hope, but in a second, I'll tell you exactly why I think so. First of all though, let's address some not so good things that I feel are 100% inevitable. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty convinced. As you probably already know, Red Dead 2 Online is releasing as a beta. Rockstar has stated that this is to hopefully avoid the whole GTA Online release problem, where the game barely worked for months. And while I think the beta is a good idea, what we're getting to begin with is going to be an unfinished product. I'm willing to bet that day one, week one, maybe the entire first month is going to be riddled with server issues. Although I feel like most people are willing to excuse this as long as stuff gets steadily fixed up along the way. Secondly, something that I'm pretty certain won't pop up in the very early stages of the game, but will definitely rear its head eventually, is some form of microtransaction system, be it some form of shark cards or something else entirely. It hurts, it really does hurt, but this is pretty much a given for any multiplayer Rockstar project from now on. GTA Online just made them way too much money for them not to do it again, and Take-Two has already expressed their plans to further monetize GTA Online, along with whatever comes out in the future. Now I get it, they're a company. Not monetizing Red Dead 2 Online would be a horrible business decision. But if they do exactly what they did with GTA Online, then Red Dead 2 Online is going to dip in quality dramatically. For example, making a t-shirt $25,000 doesn't make the quest for money fun. The grind for money in Red Dead 2 shouldn't back people into a corner where they feel the need to buy money to enjoy the game. Anyway, these two things for me are completely inevitable, and I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that both server issues and microtransactions will be present in the game at some point. However, this video is about why I think Red Dead 2 Online could be great. So with that being said, let's dive into the potential positives. If you've played Red Dead 2 at all, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that Rockstar have completely outdone themselves with the world they've created. The level of detail visually is stunning, but what really stands out in regards to the open world is just how alive it feels. Nothing really feels systematic or predictable because the functionality of things in Red Dead 2 is almost always situational. Encounters in the wild with dangerous animals or tense standoffs with aggravated NPCs are just two examples of this. It feels like things can go differently almost every time, and that plays a huge part in the immersion of the world itself. Strip that away and you get a beautiful looking playground with something very obviously missing. I'm bringing this up because GTA 5 Online did something quite similar. Online, traffic wasn't as dense, animals were completely removed, and overall, things just didn't seem as alive visually. Now, this wasn't as big a deal in GTA 5's case because everything is a lot faster paced. Getting from one side of the map to the other is much quicker, and and a lot of players generally keep to the city anyway. Basically, everything in GTA Online is a lot more centralized. But in a game like Red Dead 2, where almost every aspect of the game will be slower in pace, I think the finer details will be a lot more important to the experience. Now, it's confirmed that hunting will be a big part of the game, which is really exciting, and if the dynamic nature of single player has a place online, then simply exploring the map with friends is going to be great. Just hiking through the mountains, hunting with your posse, and being randomly attacked by a bear, for example, or having an altercation with an NPC at a bar and getting into a huge brawl alongside your friends. Red Dead 2 Online has so much potential to make the little things that are in single player just as interesting in multiplayer. If online feels just as alive and unpredictable as single player does, then getting immersed in the world with your friends is going to be amazing. Aside from playing with friends, we're also going to be constantly interacting with other random players as well. Interaction with other players is obviously the core of any multiplayer game, be it through PvP or otherwise. So for Red Dead 2 Online to live up to its potential, I think there are some pretty clear do's and don'ts that need to be considered. Now, I know I said I wouldn't bring up GTA Online too much in this video, but for this section in particular, I think it's important to use what we've learned from it in terms of player interaction. GTA Online has almost always suffered from a griefing problem, and although it basically facilitates griefing through all of the unbalanced weapons, vehicles, and mechanics, I'm really hoping that Rockstar has learned from how it can hurt the online open world experience. Open world PvP could play a great part in Red Dead Online, but unlike GTA Online, I feel as though there needs to be a greater consequence for recklessly wiping out other players. In one of the potentially more than likely made up leaks, a simple and familiar mechanic is mentioned, which in my opinion sounds like a great fix for a no consequence murder spree. The bounty system from single player working the same way for online, but with the added option for players to report another player's murders to the law. That way, if someone would like to kill mass amounts of players, they would have to face the consequence of a bounty, which would make them a bigger target for both the law and enemy players. Now, even if it doesn't work exactly this way, I think this is definitely the right direction for the PvP. Other probably made up leaks suggest that Rockstar has taken a more realistic and roleplay orientated approach to online, which I personally think would work really nicely in conjunction with the bounty system I just mentioned. But without basing an opinion completely on leaks, I think as long as the weapons and combat mechanics are properly balanced in Red Dead Online, player interactions and PvP in general could be really enjoyable. There's a lot of other potentially great features in Red Dead 2 Online that I feel I could have mentioned in this video, but I wanted to make this as less of a wish list and more of just a look at how well Red Dead 2 could work if done correctly. Obviously, correctly is completely subjective, but after what we've learned from GTA Online and after what we've seen from Red Dead 2's single player, I think there's definitely some things that need to be included and others that don't. At the end of the day, a multiplayer experience within the world of Red Dead 2 excites me, and I'm hoping Rockstar plays to their strengths while also presenting us with something completely unique. We don't want a GTA Online 2, we want a Red Dead Redemption 2 Online one. You feel me?